Test, test, test. Looks like we're good. Hey everybody, Michael here. Happy late Friday night. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful night here, or if you guys are not having fun drinking at the clubs or doing something else a little bit more fun than checking out the trading view charts here and the crypto charts. Loki says slow. He just ran over here. And again, hope you guys are all doing well. This stream is sponsored by... Ow! This stream is sponsored by Fairdesk, so go make sure to check them out in the comments. They have a good special right now, $35,000 bonus when you guys sign up. So you guys deposit enough money, you guys get a bonus out of it, so it's pretty nice. Alright, not so much to talk about today, mostly chilling and enjoying the Friday night here. We haven't really seen any crazy moves. Today I wasn't able to stream at the normal time because we were celebrating my sister's birthday. I know it happened last week, but since my grandparents are back in town, we celebrated with them. And then yesterday I was doing my grandparents' wedding anniversary, so it's been a busy week, guys, a very, very busy week. But I'm happy I got some time now. I'm spending a lot of time I got a haircut, helping my mom pack for the Vegas trip here and doing everything I need to do. This week has just been chaotic as chaotic as fuck. So, hey RJR Samples, hope you guys are all doing well. One piece of bad news here that most of you guys probably don't even care about too much, but I care about it a lot. And hey, PHX, somehow my entire course that I've been building was deleted off of Google Drive, my work Google Drive. I don't exactly know how it happened, but I lost my course, which I've been building for a while, and I lost my the format for the course as well. So I went back to an old YouTube video where I explained the whole format of the video to go back, and I'm redoing everything. But yeah, I've had a pretty rough week when I found out about that. Wasn't sure if I wanted to tell you guys that because I've been working on it for so long, but yeah, I'm pretty much starting from scratch. I'm revamping it a little bit, I guess you would say, just to make it a little bit easier on myself and maybe a little bit easier to read for you guys. But yeah, it was some crushing news I got this week when I tried to look for it to get back, because I haven't worked on it for like 3 weeks or so. Gone. All of it gone. And I have no idea why. Maybe the file size was too large. I don't know. But now I'm just going to have the format on my computer, on my Google Drive, and I'm going to be just not using presentations from Google anymore because I can't trust it. I'm going to use PowerPoint from Microsoft because I know it won't disappear off my camera because it was rough. Very, very rough. NADs, I can't finish my pancake. Tonight, I went to, for my sister's birthday, we went over to Olive Garden. I haven't been to Olive Garden since before the pandemic. I haven't been there in such a long time. I got myself some seafood Alfredo, and some weird tropical drink that was like $7. It was pretty good. I always forgot. I'm kind of spoiled right now. I've been going to all these nice restaurants over the past few months and years, I guess. I always forget there are places out there that have the $5 tropical drinks, the $7, $10 tropical drinks. I need to go out and enjoy life a little bit more at those restaurants whenever I get a chance. I just normally don't have many friends out here that like to go out and drink. Most of us will drink casually, but not drink like raw, because they either have girlfriends or they have work the next day. I can drink any night of the week because I know I can just wake up and get started on work, and as long as I know there's no big trading event happening tomorrow, there's no data coming out, there's no anything like that, I can usually drink whenever I want to. But everything's good. The only other thing that happened today, as far as like my life that you guys might be concerned about, not even concerned, just like it was weird. I got an email this morning and a few calls from the Bell Limousine company that's going to be taking me and my mom to our hotel from the Las Vegas airport. And they said the limousine we rented, it's broken down because of the extreme heat. So I had to get a hold of the limousine, which took me a couple hours today. And I booked me and my mom a tour of the Las Vegas Strip, a personalized tour because she can't get in and out of the car like all throughout the night to kind of go to the Bellagio, go to the Volcano, go to this Las Vegas sign, go to Fremont. She can't get out of the car because she's too weak. So what we're doing is we're just kind of driving around, which is kind of nice. So I'm really happy about that one as well. So going to be a fun trip. I won't be streaming necessarily from the Strip or anything like that, but I will say hello and make some videos and stuff like that. Maybe do a short stream as I'm walking around. But the only two bars I'm really going to, because it's only a short trip because it's in between my mom's dialysis times, we are going to be going to, I'm going to a bar called Sky Bar, I think it is, at the Waldorf Astoria on Monday night. Wow. And the other one is like Skyfall or something like that by the Delano, I don't know how you call it. But I'm really excited for all that stuff. But yeah, hope you guys are all doing good. Olive Garden is shit. Isn't there other places to go? That's where they wanted to go. You know why? My grandparents had gift cards to go there. That's why we went there. It was gift cards. I haven't been there in a long time. Yeah, it was my first trip to Olive Garden since the pandemic. Like, it's been a minute since I've been over there. Normally when I go out to eat, I'm not going to say it's like luxury or anything, but it's places that are not chained. They're not like the Olive Gardens. It's normally not like the Red Robins and stuff. It's like the Fuji, a small restaurant that I go to in downtown Tacoma, the Italian restaurant that I go into downtown Tacoma, the waterfront places, you know, the waterfront restaurants, like Duke's Chowder House, which I love. They're usually a little bit more upscale, but they're not like, it's not like I'm spending $200-300 for a check, you know. When I go to Vegas this Sunday, I know my food alone when I go to Vegas this Sunday, not even including my mom's food, that when I go to the steakhouse, my steak alone is going to cost me $165 plus the side of a baked potato, probably another $20, another $40-50 in drinks. Then I got a seafood tower, cut that in half. That's maybe another $40. So I know when I'm going to spend money. Usually, once you, like, you know, if you're not really in the downtown areas, you can find a pretty good place. And there's all these mom and pop shops around too. Those are always much better than, I think, the chain restaurants. But I didn't think Olive Garden was bad. It just, you know, it doesn't meet that quality that I guess I'm used to, but that's really, that's a spoiled problem, I guess, that I have to deal with. I was talking with a few friends today explaining that my limo canceled on me because of the heat in Vegas and how it broke down. And I was like, that's the most first world problem you could ever have, having your limo break down, you know, before it picks you up. And then you just got to get a different limo. So, you know, nothing to complain about, but, you know, it'll be okay. But anyway, guys, a lot of stuff is kind of happening right now. And hey, I use the box account. Sometimes promos get me 50 gig free, get 30 gig free right now. Ooh, that might be kind of fun too. See, I need to start using a lot more stuff like that. Maybe eventually. But anyway, before I forget, Bitcoin today, Bitcoin this week, since the last time I talked to you guys, I think it was on Wednesday, not too much of a difference happening right now, okay? Nice and easy, still going sideways, still trying to hold support. Weekly chart, very, very simple. We're going to hop over here to the 4-hour chart. We're just going to skip the daily chart because there's not really much here, right? Not much there. The weekly chart, the 4-hour chart, we're having these death crosses right now. We're having these death crosses right now. I'm hoping we can still have a big move up here. What I'm hoping for over the next 16, 24 hours, something around there, I really just want to see Bitcoin break out above the 20 and then try to break back out above the 50 as the 50, of course, comes down here towards $30,000 or so. That's the big move I'm hoping that we can have. I really don't think we're going to be breaking down below the support. We've been bouncing off of it a few times. Nothing crazy has happened so far, but you guys have seen some really crazy, you know, some moments where bulls have really tried to push the price of Bitcoin down, which has been pretty sketchy, of course, but, you know, every single time we managed to hold. I talked about this a while ago. If you buy at support, you're looking okay. Buy at support, you're looking okay. Just depends on how long you really want to hold it. Usually it seems like scalpers are really playing this game right now, or if you're somebody like me who bought a while ago, like, you know, I bought like over here or somewhere over here, maybe over, I don't even know at this point. I'm still holding on to a losing long position, and I'm hoping the long ends up working out for me in the long run here. But I'm still holding on to a couple longs right now, so I'm hoping, yeah, again, like we have some good moves here. The interesting thing here, before we start going into some other crypto tokens and things like that, is, there we go, Crocs. Anybody want Crocs? Let's get rid of all these ads on Finviz. You know, today the overall market, nothing really happened. I guess that's kind of okay just because it's Friday. You know, everybody's getting off work. Everybody's, you know, the market doesn't really have too much action on Fridays normally. Some of the surprises, I guess you would see, was right here, IPG. Maybe I can actually pull this up for us. Well, let me actually click on it. Oh, I don't know if it'll let me click on it. Oh, I have to click on it. It'll let me click on Google, but not this one. That is the weirdest thing. Why wouldn't it let me click on it? Fast click. Okay, there we go. We had a big move over here. This is an Interpublic group of companies. It's communication service, advertising agencies, yada, yada, yada. Okay, where was that today? Right here. Oh, it's actually just the earning call. Never mind. They had bad earnings. Advertisers, that's not a good sign for advertisers, basically. Hopefully the advertising money comes back. It still seems like we're in this really weird world where, again, the regular economy is kind of getting worse for everyday people, but there are still enough people out there kind of just blowing through money left and right where the overall economy is standing up or holding on enough for the stock market to have these crazy rallies. Another thing I wanted you guys to check out here today is nothing too crazy, I would say. Actually, let me just go over here to this chart. Let's go over here to watch list. You know, we haven't talked about this in a hot minute, but let me actually go over here and move this to arrow. Let's get rid of some of these drawings here that we don't really need at this point. Okay. We had been talking about how oil was falling. We did break down below that $70 support. Now we have this new support kind of around $66. And you guys remember I kind of drew this line here, kind of showing like a recessionary trend basically happening. Let's kind of get rid of this for now, even though it has had a nice little pop, which has been nice. But you are seeing oil prices go back up. That's not necessarily good for the health of the consumer. We are seeing it kind of creep back up towards $77. I don't know if we're going to get all the way back up here to 82. Back over here when this happened, this was when OPEC released their cuts. That was a massive jump in oil prices, and reasonably so, less supply, same demand or increasing demand going into the summer. You can see how that could really cause prices to soar there. But again, we dropped off of a cliff right after that happened, and now we're going back up again. We're hitting another level of consolidation. The only thing here is now, look at this. You know, again, this is the summer. Everybody's driving. Everybody's having fun. We may be able to break above the 50-week moving average here, which could lead to some consequences if we start going back up here to 82. That means gas could get way, 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 way more expensive. I don't know if you guys, gas prices. I don't know if you guys have ever checked your gas prices or how often you check your gas prices. But out here in Seattle, there you go. I live in Pierce County right over here. That's King County. King County is $5.12 a gallon. Where I live, Pierce County, $4.95 a gallon. It's really like $5. But if we go over here, where are we at? 483 a month ago. It's kind of holding steady, maybe going up and down a little bit here. I wouldn't say it's crazy as far as the movement, but we're staying pretty high, which isn't too good. I think our governor just did something really anti-oil as well, so that oil companies may actually raise the prices here in Washington State, which is yay. But anyway, you know, if we go over here to where Tacoma is, $4.95 average. I don't really live in Tacoma, but I live close enough to Tacoma, where, you know, oil prices are going to or gas prices are going to start to get more expensive here. One other thing here, the VIX is starting to get very, very, very low. Usually when we get down to these levels, we start to see a nice little pop somewhere. We really haven't seen that pop. Remember, we were supposed to go into maybe a recession maybe sometime in the last few months. Didn't happen. The VIX has just been coming down and down and down, even breaking down over the past month and a half or so. Yeah. Okay, let's go back over here. As far as everything else is concerned, let's go over here to the weekly chart. There we go. Everything's still trying to hold on as much as possible. Ethereum, no breakout yet, but no breakdown. On the daily chart, we did have a breakdown, so if you guys are more interested in that, you guys are looking at something like that, where the support level is way down here at 1750, instead of where the 20-week moving average is kind of around 1850, okay? So, no big moves there. Bitcoin, again, at major level of support. ADA, looking for a reversal here. Most altcoins are not, again, towards the high point like a Bitcoin is, but they're all at these major levels of resistance. I think you guys have been seeing that Dogecoin has been having some larger moves over the past few days. It's because each and every time it's trying to break out of these weekly moving averages. It's been having trouble. As you can see, we haven't been able to do it yet, but we got all the way up here to the 50-week moving average. Go over here to the daily. You can see the big pumps and the resistance levels when they were hit them. But overall, again, Dogecoin's still looking fine. You can see there's this general uptrend right here. A little bit of resistance kind of around here. All right, let's just try to make it right there. And just trying to hold on, just trying to have that breakout. Dogecoin I'm pretty excited for just because it's been having some nice moves, but usually Dogecoin is something I prefer to scalp, as you guys know. ApeCoin over here, again, trying to have the reversal. If there's one thing I'm trying to buy right now, just to see if it's like a little bit of a YOLO play with a 20x leverage or something like that, it would really just be ApeCoin. You were not going to be putting a whole bunch of money into it, but I'm hoping, again, since it has fallen down so much compared to a lot of other tokens out there, we could have a big rally from where we are right now, $2.14, really up here to about $3.13, maybe even higher than that. But that's really what I'm looking for, like over the next few months or so. The problem that most of us are seeing at this point is if you go over here to the NASDAQ, we're kind of at a resistance level. We're getting rejected off of it, but again, nothing too crazy. This could just be a slight pullback after a crazy last week. Dow Jones breaking out here, but again, now we're up to another level of resistance right up here. Let's see if we can break out above that. And the SPY breaking into a new level of resistance, but still has a little bit more room to run. Remember, SPY was behind everybody else for the past few weeks. Now everything else is at that resistance level getting pushed back down. SPY is like, hey, we're kind of close. Let's see if we can keep on going. There's more momentum, I would say, behind the SPY as everything else tries to hit those resistance levels and break through them. But okay. Anything else here I think that's worth watching? No. 4-hour charts. There we go. There you go. Here's Matic. This one's consolidating a little bit. I'm hoping this can have a larger move. I'm really watching to see if it gets squeezed between the 50 and the 20s. And the last one I'm really thinking about here right now is going back down to Comp. Comp has been having some really crazy moves, as you guys know, for the past few weeks. Let me go over here to the weekly chart. You can just kind of see how wild that was. Daily chart still looking pretty wild, but the uptrend is over. We have broken it, and we're looking for buying opportunities here, and we're hoping for a little bit more consolidation. Even still, we are having these higher lows, and so we really haven't broken the overall trend just yet. But I'm keeping my eye on this because I told you guys I shorted this a while ago, and I made some good money off of it. I'm trying to figure out if I should really be buying into this or if I should open another short. I'm more inclined, I would say, to go long on this until we break down below the 20-day moving average. But I'm patiently waiting for a breakout opportunity. We really haven't had many good opportunities for the breakouts just yet, right? You can see we had a smaller breakout right here, this general trend, right? Hit, broke out, kind of went a little bit higher. Wasn't really the best, though, right? So now we're kind of consolidating a little bit more. This general down trend is over, and we're just waiting to see if we actually break down below this level right here. If we start breaking down below $68.90, I'm going to be very inclined to open up some shorts there with a stop loss of maybe $72, $71. Usually when I try to short something like Comp, it's usually a longer term short where I'm like, hey, we're at $68, $69. I'm going to have my stop loss usually be anywhere from $72 to $80 because I'm okay with something this volatile. I'm like, hey, I know this is going to come down over time. How much risk do I want to take until it comes down? That's usually what I do. Like when I shorted it over here, my stop loss was close to $100 because I knew that there was still a chance that this could go higher and I'd be stuck downward. I would be stuck taking a loss for a little bit, but eventually it would come back down. But you have to have that stop loss somewhere where you can stomach it, so to speak, because you don't want to blow up your entire account after all. But Comp I still see as a good play right now. Definitely something if you guys looking to do some day trades or some short-term swing trades. This is something that I'm really excited about. I really want to short this thing even more, but I'm hoping that we can have a pop which I can trade, and then I'll short that pop, and that's what I'm looking for. Remember, Comp is one of those tokens that's on Robinhood, and we've talked about this before. In fact, this is the lowest market cap crypto coin on Robinhood right now, which is always why I say this is probably one of the best things to be trading and one of the things you should be holding. At this point, should you be holding it? I don't know. It's really come up a long way. However, if it does come back down during a potential bear market or anything like that, I think this is always something that you guys would definitely want to hold, just because there's only so many tokens that are on Robinhood and exchanges, or Webull and exchanges. And if you guys want to take advantage of that, you really should. I mean, we talked about this last year and the year before that, and during the altcoin season, of course, and that was really a good thing for everybody. But we're always looking for more tokens to hop on Robinhood. For now, I don't think we're going to see any more, unfortunately, just because of the SEC. Everybody's walking on the eggshells, and those eggshells are pretty noisy, and they're pretty crunchy, and they're not too fun. So maybe, perhaps, once the SEC or the federal government comes up with some rules, hopefully the federal government, Robinhood will know what they're able to do and how not to get in trouble, because you guys know that, even when XRP was having those issues, they pulled XRP off the exchanges. You just don't want to have to deal with that. At this point, though, Robinhood seems to be doing okay. walking on eggshells, but no crypto coin on there I think is in real immediate threat of being saying, hey, you have to take that crypto coin off. The one that does have that is going to be something I probably sell very, very quickly. And hey, Jonathan, AMC popped a little bit. It did. I've been hearing people talk about it a little bit today. And hey, Patrick, what's up? Not much. Got done with a lot of family stuff over the past few days. Yesterday was my grandparents' anniversary, so did a little bit of something for them there. Today I had my sister's birthday party. Her birthday was again last week. I already got her stuff, but my grandparents were in Atlanta, so they couldn't be here for the birthday party. So we had another birthday event at Olive Garden, and so had some fun there. But yeah, it was a fun time. I got some seafood Alfredo. It was a very good meal. I enjoyed it. I haven't been to, like I said, I haven't been to Olive Garden since before the pandemic. It's really been a long time since I've been to Olive Garden. Food, okay. The server, probably the worst server I have ever seen in my life. Like, disrespectful level of service. You guys know me. Again, I like to go to nicer restaurants. I have the money to go to nicer restaurants, and I really do enjoy just that. I'm not talking about like the Michelin stars where I'm tossing down thousands of dollars, but normally when I go to dinner, it could be anywhere from $100 to $150 just for myself, and that's with the drinks, of course. So I'm used to a nice server filling up my water and stuff like this. This server didn't bring enough straws, and so when my grandfather asked for a straw, she forgot one on her little thing. She literally threw it at my grandfather's hand and just landed right on top of his hand, and I was like. My grandfather didn't mind it. Like he noticed it. He was irritated by it, but he didn't make a scene. I was like, ooh. But yeah, Olive Garden staff. No, not the overall. The staff was nice. Our particular server, god awful. I will not be returning to Olive Garden because of that. That one server is I would just never go there again unless I'm invited for a family event, right? But besides that, yeah. I've never really had a bad server at a restaurant like a Robin Hood or an Applebee's. I don't really go there that much. I forgot that bad servers like that exist, and they don't deserve tips. But my grandfather, of course, is a very nice, godly man, whatever. He goes to church all the time, stuff like that. He still gave her a tip. I would have been like, and she didn't even refill my water fast. Yeah, I'm really stingy about my service because I give pretty hefty tips. Like, if I spend $150 at a place for food, I'll usually give a $50 tip. So like a 33-35% tip. But when the service is bad, I will give a 5% tip. Now, I never give no tip unless it's really, really bad, which has rarely ever happened. But a 5% tip, I do it more than you think if the service is bad. Again, it's okay if the people are stressed and they're running around because I used to have like an $8 an hour job, so I kind of understand it. But if there's disrespect, or if I feel like I've been disrespected, oh my God, I can be I don't even know what the feeling is. Uppity, I have no idea, but it irritates me to the core. But yeah, some Republican stocks are spiking up. What you thought? Public Square and Trump DWAC. It could be this. And again, I really have no idea the real core for it. But it seems like, as far as politics in the country, I hope you guys don't hate me for this, but I really feel like the Department of Justice is kind of going after him in a way that they wouldn't go after another political individual. Like, if it was George, how do I say this? I articulated it okay last time. In DC, I don't really think of it as Republicans and Democrats. Let me go over here very fast. Bitcoin. Can we go over to the second chart? This second chart doesn't look nearly as nice as it used to. Maybe because there's not much happening here. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. Okay, but anyway, 2-hour chart. There we go. I usually think when it comes in terms of politics in America, I think nowadays it's not so much of Republican versus Democrat. I honestly think it's something more of an insider versus an outsider mentality. If you can go into DC and make buddies with everybody, I think you're in a good position to make your money, inside trade stocks, your typical corruption in the system. And then I think if you can't do right. Like if you're not used to that, or you guys aren't good at it, or something like that, you know. Like I don't think Trump was good at molding. I think he was like totally against that establishment kind of being of DC. They understand the levels of government better than any outsider could ever do. And so I think that's kind of what's kind of driving a lot of this stuff. I remember back when Bernie Sanders ran for the Democratic nominee, the DNC tripped him up. I think he had a good chance of defeating Hillary Clinton because she was so unlikable. Bernie Sanders was attacked by his own DNC, who was supposed to be neutral. So again, it's more of an outsider thing versus an insider. But when it comes to those types of stocks, I think they're all thinking that another indictment is coming. And every single time another indictment comes, you've been seeing Trump's poll numbers get higher and higher and higher because, well, frankly, whenever I hear the news talk about it, I was, where was I at? I was out somewhere in Seattle a few days ago, and I was watching CNN for a hot minute. I took my sister somewhere to get her hair done. They were watching CNN. Anyway, I was watching CNN and I was like, I don't want to say they're lying, but it really felt like they were misconstruing the truth. And I think a majority of people these days just don't trust the media. So whenever the media says this person bad, like Bernie Sanders is socialist and bad, Trump is very bad, I think people just kind of instinctively are like, here we go again, here we go again. One of the reasons I stopped watching CNN a long time ago, and they probably do the same thing now, but I guess he's not president now, so we'll see. But they always talk about him. They always talk about him. And that's free publicity for him, I guess, but they're just always talking about it. Like, they forget, I think probably right now that Joe Biden's president, they just always forget that type of stuff, right? But as far as the stocks, you know, I think as this primary process goes on, I think it's increasingly likely that Trump becomes the nominee. I think it's I think it's likely that Biden's the nominee, but I keep on seeing these polls where the Robert Kennedy guy, the other Democrat, he seems to be gaining ground. Now, I've listened to his message a little bit. He seems fine. He seems okay. Again, I haven't really dived too far into him, but it seems like he's making ground with independents, especially. I think as far as, this is what my friend that is independent, he lives over in Indiana. He voted for like Hillary, so he's like, but he thought about voting for Trump. So his mind was open to Trump, I would say, in 2016 and 2020. But I think he voted for Biden. So more moderate guy, but some people will never vote for Trump. Some people will never vote for Biden. You know, there's those people that are like, okay, should I? Those types of people. He was telling me that he liked the Kennedy guy just because I guess he was more blue collar. He kind of spoke more from the heart. He wasn't kind of robotic. And I guess he rails against the establishment as well. And again, it kind of goes to that outsider mentality. It just looks like Trump's going to win the Republican nomination. I watched YouTube clips of that conservative event. I think it was in Florida. I'm not entirely sure. I just watched clips of it because I was too busy to kind of watch the whole thing. But I saw a few clips of Tucker Carlson just like destroying people left and right. He destroyed poor Mike Pence. Mike Pence should not be going in places where he can't have a pre-prepared statement. He made an epic mistake by saying, like, that is not my concern. I don't think he meant it, but I think that's the way it came out, and he didn't correct himself properly, even when he was trying to go back and fix it. But yeah, I just think the way the system is kind of gearing right now, Trump looks like he's going to be the nominee, and it looks like Biden's going to be the nominee, but there could always be a change up at the last minute when it comes to, what's his name? That RFK, yeah, JFK's nephew, I think is his name. Robert Kennedy, Robert. But yeah, I think that's just kind of why you're seeing some of those stocks pop up right now. The odds of Trump becoming the nominee are getting better and better. And what I've seen on the news is Ron DeSantis not doing so hot. I think he's already laying off staff, which is kind of crazy for this time. Like, this is where you're building up the staff, you're getting the money, and you're ready to go. But, you know, I don't know if that's a Ron DeSantis problem or it's a Ron DeSantis problem, but it's probably just because after this much time has gone by and you kind of see the problems in his campaign, I think he just has a really bad campaign manager. I don't know who that guy's campaign manager is, but the reason why Trump is doing so good is I think because Ron DeSantis's campaign manager is so bad. Like, Ron DeSantis allies press for a campaign shakeup. Wow, shocker, shocker. Generic Peck? I don't know who this person is, but I mean, there's articles about her already. I'll just look at this one right here very fast. The long knives are out for Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Campaign manager amid a cash crunch and flagging poll numbers. Let's see. Okay. Chatter amongst the donors. Dude, if the money's mad, the money's mad. They're sticking by her, it looks like, but I don't know much about her. I'm sure I could figure out some stuff, but do I want to do it? Probably not. He's not really good at campaigning for, like, national stuff. Maybe he gets better over time. If he were to have an upset in one of the early primaries, that'd be a big boost for him, I would say. But, yeah, he's just not doing good. As far as the other contenders in the primary, Tim Scott, I like the guy. You know, fine. He's not really the best rah person. I think what most politicians don't understand these days, I think Bernie understood, I think Trump understood it, was you have to have a truly emotional connection and really get your people passionate. I was in high school, so I couldn't vote for Obama or Romney back in the day, but I understood that Obama, there was an emotional connection with a lot of people. Romney, I don't really think he had an emotional connection with people. Trump, oh my God, I've never seen people so emotional for a person. And Hillary, I don't think people were that emotionally attached to Hillary. I think they were just emotionally attached to Donald Trump, or emotionally hated Donald Trump. Then Biden and Trump, again, people really didn't like Trump, or they really liked Trump, but they didn't care about Biden. I think at that time, though, everybody was just kind of worried about COVID, right? And Vivek, yeah, Vivek is actually doing pretty well, too. Honestly, the way he's going, he might actually finish second or third in the Republican primary. I did not think he was going to be as well articulated as he is. He's very articulate. He can debate. He can have conversations. He's savvy. Most politicians I see these days, they're not savvy. He has a way of articulating his thoughts in a way that's easy for people to understand, and it's not just regurgitated stuff over and over and over again. Again, this goes back to Mike Pence. I've only seen a couple of his little speeches and stuff, you know, through YouTube videos and stuff. 'Cause I try to stay up to date, but you know, it's kind of hard when they're that boring. Mike Pence, he always says, "I'm running for president because America has a problem. You know, America's in trouble." Like, no shit, Sherlock. We've been in trouble for like decades now. But Vivek, I think he's doing a pretty good job. He's going on the social media tour. Maybe he's talking to newscasters, but again, it's more of a choice. I just don't like watching national news, political news. They're all so boring. They're all so staged. They're all so fake. So I choose not to watch them. YouTubers, of course, they're a little bit more fake. They kind of do their own stuff, but you have a good idea who they are. And, you know, they don't really change on the whim. There's no corporation telling them what to do, usually. Although there's probably some donors every now and again. But that's something we have to, that's something we all deal with here. Let's see. BRCC. Let's go over here to the weekly charts. So you bought some BRC. What? Oh my gosh, there you go. When a trend line on a weekly bounce. What's your thoughts? Okay, so we talked about this before. Let me extend this over. This is probably what we're talking about. So it did hit support. It's been coming down steadily. It seems an okay time to buy, but it looks like you might have to wait like 2-3 weeks before you get a pretty good investment. You're hoping that the support level holds long enough, of course, for you to break out above the 20-week moving average. From there, you're probably looking for it to come back up towards at least 530, 550. You could maybe hope for it to come up to 581, maybe even higher than this next level of resistance. But short-term wise, I'd probably be aiming for just something like around 550, nothing too crazy. 550 is kind of right around here. So it could always go higher. But it might be an intraday high where you just have to make sure, hey, it's going higher for the day. I probably want to sell into it, okay? There's two ways I'd play this. I wouldn't try to hold it, I wouldn't try to buy it right out here and wait for the big move that could possibly take it up here to 750 if eventually, like a few months down the road, it does have this huge reversal where the 20 crosses back above the 50, we break out above the $6 level and we're kind of zooming high. I'd probably do what you're doing right now is kind of buying up a little bit right here at the support level, letting it play off, probably scale out some right here, in which case you could let it hold it for a little bit longer and wait for another move up, or you could scale out here and then here again as the resistance kind of moves along. Or what you can do is scale out here, sell everything out, right? And then as soon as we break out and we have that crossover between the moving averages, you buy again on whatever consolidation dip that happens here, and then you're kind of off to the races. I'd be more inclined to just have this be one trade and then opening up another trade over here for that larger move. But I have seen a lot of people doing this more recently because the market overall has been doing okay. They've been buying at these low points and just kind of holding for months and months and months to see what happens. If you have the time, that's probably the safest route. But your stop loss, again, is going to be somewhere around like 460, 470, because you don't want to lose too much money in this type of play here, especially since it's been coming down for a while. But has there been any big news for this company so far? BRCC. Packaged foods, consumer defensive, anything big? Income is still down, but not by a lot. This was June. Announces executive leadership transitions. That's good for the health of the company because they're probably not doing it. They're not meeting the requirements. In December, they bought a lot. So they're trying to do some good stuff here. But in February, they had a sale. The news hasn't really been crazy. Earnings was in May. Downgrade May 31st, initial hold, neutral 10, buy 17, downgrade to market perform. This is 2022 though. Yeah, the only one in 2023 has been a hold. Monthly. Yeah, you're really just trying to play that weekly bounce, I would say. You can try to hold it for longer. If you do that, just move your stop loss up as needed. Nothing too crazy with it. But it's a good place to be buying as far as the support levels right now. And there we go. Trying to see if Bitcoin can hold support right now. And hey, Magic Man, happy to see you back. And hey, Patrick, they've had a good anniversary. They've been married for a while now. My grandmother's birthday is also at the end of this month. I think my uncle's birthday is somewhere at the end of this month too, but I don't really talk to my uncle too much. So that'd be kind of fun as well. Really, everybody's getting ready for my sister to go to college in August and September. I think it's September is when she actually goes to college, so that's really the big highlight of this summer. And hey, Verde Sauce, happy to see you back as well. What's right here? Okay. But yeah, as far as the overall market's concerned, guys, we're not in a terrible place. It's more of just... we're just in this weird waiting zone. We've talked about how we've seen the oscillator start to shift a little bit more bearish tune. Not crazy bearish, but bearish to neutral, I think is the overall oscillator range. That's usually not enough to really stop us from going much higher. But it's something where people start to go like, okay, I'm kind of panicking a little bit. Maybe I should sell. What should I do? In this circumstance, I still have my longs. I'm still holding. I'm hoping we have a big move on the upside. But I'm just patiently waiting. I'm hoping this weekend we can really get some good stuff going. We're not going to probably have any news as far as the SEC, the Fed, stuff like that. But, we could learn more about certain things. There's some economic news going on, which is kind of concerning to me. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but... Here we go. So India is doing an export ban on rice. So India's rice export ban could send decade-high prices spiking even further. I don't know if you guys like rice, but we use a lot of it here in this country. Whether you know it or not, we use a lot of it. India has banned the exports of non-basmati white rice with immediate effect, the latest in the government's efforts to rein in high food prices. India is the world's leading rice exporter, accounting for more than 40% of the global rice trade. Okay, now they didn't do all 40% of that rice coming from them, but just a good chunk of it. Okay, now, which is crazy. Okay, I don't know if you guys saw videos, but there's people like packing to get rice and like certain types of rice. I get my rice. My rice comes from China, so I don't really worry about this India rice stuff. But I get my rice from an Asian superstore. I'll go check it. I'll go check out their rice a few days from now, and I'll tell you guys if it's when I get back from Vegas. I'll tell you if it's really expensive or not. But I think Asian rice is much better than Indian rice to me. But I guess I'm just kind of used to Chinese rice. You know, getting Chinese food for most of my life. But I was surprised by this. I wasn't paying attention to this at all, but in fact, to see this rice shortage happen or ban happen, wow. Yeah. According to the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, non-basmati white rice constitutes about 25% of India's rice exports. So a good chunk of it. Let's see. Yeah. Affected importers may turn to alternative suppliers in the region like Thailand and Vietnam. That means the price is still going to go up quite a bit. Thoughts on the interest rate pause? I think we're most likely going to have one more rate increase and then we'll probably pause. I know he said two more, but inflation, the CPI numbers are coming down fast. They're coming down very well. It's good. We're fine. We're not seeing anything crazy. I'm hoping we can see some deflationary tendencies. You know, that'd be kind of nice. But until then, we're in a good spot. I'd probably say one more just to kind of seal it off and like, hey, we won, and then see where it goes from there. It's still looking okay for it now. I'm still concerned about what it means for banks, but right now banks are doing okay. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me, guys. Jeez, talking so much on bourbon. And hey, Kilo, happy to see you back. Thanks for being a member so long as well. So you too, JR Samples. Cheers, Michael. Give Loki a hug for me. Belated happy birthday, Loki. Hey, thanks, Kilo. I'll call him over right now. He's finished his second to last pill after his eye got messed up too, so he's in a good mood. Come here, Loki. No, not that way. Come over here. You guys can kind of see him. Every time he gets on top of me, he stretches because he's like, oh yeah, this feels good. Come here. No, over here. Come here. Yeah. So he got a hug. Yeah. He kind of wants to play, but at the same time, he's like, what are you doing? Come here. No, he's hopping on my knee, and then he's like, booga booga. Come here. Yeah. Booga booga. Well, I love you too, but wow. He's been playing a lot the last few days. But yeah. Okay, I'll give you some head scratches. He's doing very good, Kilo. Very, very good. He's been having a good week. Yeah. He ate so much meat over the past few days. He's been loving just raw meat, going to town on it. And chasing squirrels and chasing bunnies in the backyard. Showing off his big old hair. You know, when the dogs get mad, they stick up the back of their hair. Yeah. He's good. My sister's going to be watching him from Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday while me and my mother are gone in Las Vegas. So I told you that I originally got this limousine here. I'll show it to you guys. Let me make sure I can find it. It'll be in my emails here, I think. Business, Mandalay Bay, room reservations, no. Oh, it's probably not on this account, but okay, here. Bell Transportation. Okay. So I originally got this limousine for me and my mother to get to and from the airport. Is this one. A simple 6-passenger stretched SUV. It's nice. classy, looks good. It's not bad, not good. It's good. It's good. Not it's good. I like it. But it's a nice ride from the airport. But they emailed me today saying that, can I find the email? Because it was a really shitty email that they sent. It wasn't in like good form at all. Oh fuck, I forgot I have all these emails here now. Whitman analysis. There we go. Okay. Let me go over here. Don't want to show all my work stuff. There we go. Okay. She had canceled my order, so here it goes. I was trying to reach out to you in regards to your reservation, and sorry to inform you that we need to change the vehicle that you booked. Unfortunately, our fleet has been reduced due to extreme heat, so I would need to try to get you a regular stretched limo or a standard SUV. Please let me know if either of these options would work for you. And basically they don't, because my mom can't get into a low car, and if I wanted to get an SUV, I would just get an Uber Black, for heaven's sakes. But now, because of that, I went over here and I got this 24/7 limo Las Vegas. I got this behemoth instead, because I was like, when you get irritated, you just kind of throw up your hands and you're like, fine, I'll spend whatever it takes to have a good time, So basically, I called these guys up. I got somebody's number. I got a limo picking me and my mom up on Monday around 1 o'clock or so. Limo prices. I just want to see the view of the limousines. There we go. So I got this one. Yeah. No, the black one. Here we go. It's the... Excuse me. The Tuxedo Black Stretched Hummer Limo. It's up to 14 passengers, but it's just going to be me and my mother. So she doesn't know we're getting picked up in this yet. But since she can't get into lower cars because she's too weak, or she's not too weak, but it's very hard for her to get out of them, let's just say that. And she doesn't like when I have to pick her up, because she hates me literally, just like lifting her up. So she can't go into something like, these are all the nice Hummer ones. But she can't go into things like, oh, they don't have the cars. This is, okay. Okay. Most other places, when you go to limousines, like Limo Vegas. There you go. This is the place I was doing that. They have these types of limos. Is this it? Yeah, these ones. Which are not bad. Don't get me wrong. They're not bad. But they're too low for my mother. Like, they're very, very good. So I'm never going to use Bella again. I'll probably use Presidential, or the ones I'm using now. But she needs to be in a taller vehicle. Like, here's another one that's a nice white stretched limo. It's nice. It's very, very nice. But it's not what I'm looking for. Most of the time, that's what you're going to be using. But something about going with that all really nice Hummer one, oh boy, that's going to be a lot of fun while I'm out in Vegas. And hey, Kilo, awesome friend, Dog's Life. Oh yeah, he's doing fun. He's chewing on one of my old shoes right now and wagging his tail because he sees me looking at him. He's like, oh yeah, you want to do something? Yeah. Yeah, he's just wagging his tail. He hears me talking like, ooh. Yeah. And hey, Magic Man, what about a party bus? Well, it's just me and my mother going for the trip. So basically, we just need a trip. We're just going from the airport to the hotel, which is like a cool 10-15 minute drive, because we're doing a stop involved. Normally, like, so we're doing that. I also got my mom a tour as a surprise for Monday night. And if I go over here, this is not the same people, but it's the same type of vehicle. I got her one of, oh no, these aren't the right buses either. I got one of these. One of these Mercedes Sprinter buses. Images. Yeah, looks like this. So me and her are going to be going on an hour-long tour of Las Vegas, and I hooked it up with a person, a friend of a friend, basically. And so he's not going to do the typical trip where we stop at the Las Vegas sign, take pictures, stop at the Bellagio, take pictures, then stop at the volcano and take pictures, and then stop at the Fremont Street, yada yada yada. And instead of doing that, he's just going to drive us around and show us the sights, because my mom can't get out of the car so much. So we're going to be in here chilling out. She's going to have a fun time, just enjoying life, and just enjoying it. He asked for her favorite song, so he's gonna be playing music that she really likes. There's a TV in there. He's gonna, show us what's going on outside the windows and stuff, and he'll just kind of give my mom a tour because she's never been to Vegas before. I've been to Vegas maybe a little bit too much, but my mother has never been there, which is why I'm treating her to this trip. So I think she'll like it quite a bit, but she's never been inside of one of these like little party buses here. But they're pretty simple, right? It's like this, right? It slides open, and there's like a lot of party stuff inside. It's nice, and we're getting some free champagne, some free drinks. Gotta pay for it, of course, but it's just gonna be a nice little trip to show my mom, hey, enjoy yourself. This is her first trip that she's been able to have after her stroke, so I really want to make sure it's something that she's gonna enjoy, because my whole family, besides me, is going over to Hawaii in August. I can't go because I'm watching my dog, but I was invited to, which was nice. But they're going to have a really fun time over there. But she's starting to get out and go out and do stuff. They're going to be in Hawaii for like 2 weeks. Can you? That's a long vacation, a very long vacation. But I'm going to be watching my dog Loki, and I'm going to be watching my sister's cat. She's going to be my sister's going to bring her cat over here, and the kitty litter. So, got to see how they mingle. They're usually pretty friendly with each other, the cat and the dog. Like they kiss each other, as long as Loki's calm, the cat's calm. But if Loki wants to chase her around, or if she wants to be chased around, she'll swat his tail, or he'll just get into like this, and then she'll like run, and then he'll chase her. But yeah, it should be a really good trip. I'm really excited for it. You guys, normally when I go to Vegas, it's something for work related, like I'm going for an expo, I'm going for this, I'm going to learn about something. This time, I'm going there for fun. Like last time I went to Vegas, I did not gamble a penny. No gambling whatsoever. Now I'm going to gamble a few thousand bucks. Hopefully I gamble $100 and then it turns into $5,000 and I gamble that $5,000 and I'm like happy, right? Maybe I only gamble a couple because maybe I want to walk away with some profit for Vegas. But yeah, I'm also going to Vegas in December for, I'm going in December for a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday trip. Monday, I wasn't sure if I wanted to stay the extra night, but they comped a night at the Mandalay Bay, so I was like, why not have some fun over there as well? But it should be nice. After limos, rent a plane. You know how expensive planes are? I'm on a few email lists for private planes just to kind of see how much they cost and where they kind of fly around to as they're doing some research in case I need to take one to Ecuador to bring Loki. And they're very expensive. Some of them are very expensive. Some are pretty cheap and affordable. But like there are some private jets that are just they are so expensive. I'm hoping that next year we have somewhat of a recession, so there's less millionaires out there, and they're not going to be spending all this money on private jets and all this other crazy stuff. So they drop down the price just a tad. Because man, private jets these days are just ludicrously expensive, like crazy expensive, because there's just so much money flying around the system. Remember, COVID guys, we just injected trillions of dollars into the economy. That didn't really go to the poorest of us all. That kind of went to the wealthiest of us all. So there was all these systems kind of built out for them right now, which normally they're not. Like there's a new service out in Las Vegas, Las Vegas Limo Airport. I don't even care about what we call, but it's some weird name, Krypton. I don't know. Let me just refresh. It'll show up here in the sponsored section. I've searched so many times they don't even want to give me ads anymore. Las Vegas Limo, Bell Limousine Presidential. K. Captain, this right here. Okay, so one of my friends said I should try these out. He's a much wealthier friend than I. He owns his own business and all this other type of stuff. But check this out. So Las Vegas Special. This is a special. Okay, Las Vegas Special Airport Transfer. This is what I want to get, the Limo SUV 6. This is normally what I like. The sedan is fine too. So is the sedan 8. Usually I'll get the Limo Sedan 6 or the Limo SUV 6. It's like a $10 difference, so a $12 difference, so it's kind of nice to get the little extra, But reserve, okay. One way, Las Vegas. Oh. Okay, okay, drop off address, Aria. It would be this Sunday at let's just say 1:30 p.m. Okay. Show rides. Okay. So for that Lux SUV. Oh, it's cheaper. Oh, whoa, it's way cheaper this way. I don't know why. When I searched this up, it was way more expensive. Not bad though. Lux SUV 5580, 120 with taxes. That's actually not that bad. Not that bad at all. I might have to rent these for a night out when I'm going for a couple hours out to get some drinks just to have a car waiting for me. Or I can just order Uber Lux, I guess, or Uber Black, whatever it is. But that's not bad at all. Wow. Wow. This is much cheaper than I thought. Scratch everything I said. I did research on these before, maybe because I was doing the round trip or something, but the prices were incredibly more expensive than this. I guess round trip is really that much more expensive? Go over here. Let me try this one more time. Okay. It's not really letting me back up here. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, alright. So, ride. I wonder if I was in the wrong city. Maybe I was in Los Angeles or something? Starting at 176. No, not bad at all. Wow, that's surprising. Not bad. No, really not that bad. I'll have to check these out sometime. It's always nice to have like an SUV or something. This is a 140. Let's see. What happens if I want to pay for them for 3 hours time? 3 hours time. Aria. Resort. This would be Sunday night, the 23rd. They'd be picking me up at 11 to 1 seems reasonable. Oh, it'd really be about 4 hours, wouldn't it? Yeah, 11 to 2, you know, so you get back, you leave the restaurant at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you know, get time to drive you back. 11, 12, 1, 2. Oh, no, I'd probably get picked up around, it doesn't matter. Show rides, I wonder how much 4 hours is here. Do they not have an SUV available? Premium sedan, limo van. Why are Teslas so considered luxury these days? I don't understand it for like these types of things. Limo sedan, 6 passengers, 340. That's not terrible. 380 with taxes and everything. That's not terrible. I wouldn't get it for that long, but it's interesting to kind of see how much it would cost. Leave that now. Yeah, that's interesting right there. Okay. There we go. Okay. Cessna 172, not that bad. Oh yeah, that type of stuff is fine. I was talking about like private jets and stuff because they cost like tens of thousands of dollars to go places. It's insane. 1G is all you need. And hey, Rob, that's what I was thinking. They're probably not maintaining them too well, especially if they're like, you know, being used all the time through Vegas. I tried to go through Aria to get my get a limo picked up for me and my mother, but they said they didn't have any because theirs were messed up too. Some of the MGM property ones, and then I'm guessing that if a few are messed up, then they have to they don't have enough time for everybody else's, right? I'm sorry, boy. I'm sorry. Stepped on his foot on accident. I don't think we're going to visit Pawn Stars, but if it's not too far from the trip, we may pass by it. Maybe that's what we'll do. But I got to find places where my mom doesn't have to walk too much. That's the thing. Whenever we go on this trip, she's going to be scooting around in a scooter. I got a scooter for 4 days for her, like scoot. It's a nice big industrial scooter too, so it's like 400 pounds or something like that, with like a 35-mile drive time before you have to put the battery pack back in it. She'll love it a lot. Cats are why dogs were invented. That's probably true. And hey, Lee, XRP. XRP. There we go. No breakout happened on XRP here. So far, you know, we reached that next Fibonacci level. We got rejected off it. We're consolidating right now. Usually during this time is where people are looking to buy, but we haven't had a breakout just yet here. We might have one a little bit later. If the next breakout you may be looking for is something like that. Let me turn log off here to see if it's broken out now. So still almost there. 4-hour chart is something I'd be looking for though, because usually before we have a big move, we tend to have another drop. So when you're looking at something like this, you're saying, okay, we're very, very close. In fact, we did start breaking down right here. Big move down. We're kind of entering into a new downtrend here. Be very, very careful as XRP is being squeezed in between this 20 and this 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart. You're going to see a lot of volatility here. I'm hoping that we can bounce up and have the breakout here. Even though we did break down, hopefully we can still do that. But if we end up breaking down here, we're coming all the way back down here to 72 cents, which isn't terrible, but it's enough where if you have a leveraged long, you're just going to get crushed by it, which is the concern for a lot of people there, right? But for now, you are seeing the beginning of a breakdown. You are seeing the beginning of a death cross here, and you're seeing something that did have an amazing pop. It's okay if it comes back down to 72 cents or 67 cents. That's fine. Those are going to be buying opportunities for a lot of people out there. We haven't had a breakout yet, but we should be having one here fairly soon, I would say, just because of the momentum that's been on this thing. The weekly chart is still looking beautiful on this thing, right? We just don't want to see us come back down and have a horrible next week. But even if we do, you can short that for a good profit as well. Do I think data storage is a good long-term play? If you can get data storage kind of mixed a little bit with processing and server space, I think that'd be the best way to go. Like right now, I kind of like Oracle as a long-term play. It's kind of cheaper than a lot of other stocks out there. So like Oracle. There we go. Monthly, right? I guess maybe not as cheap as it once was. Okay, there you go. I've been buying this up for a while just because of server space, servers. Amazon is another reason why I like to buy Amazon, just besides the selling of products and stuff like that. But yeah, usually these types of things are what I'm looking for. I don't check out Oracle too much. This is a retirement play, unfortunately, for me, so I just don't sell it when it makes a lot of money, even though maybe I should go in there and sell it for a little bit. Buy it back down when it comes back down to 106 or something. But as long as they have good management and they're profitable is the key word here, profitable. Usually I'm okay with going into the majority of them. But if they have some other exposure, like servers, especially servers, because servers are going to be helping with AI, I really think that's the meat that you need in order to make some really good money off of some of those investments. Like even with Oracle, Oracle's printing money right now, $8.5 billion. Ooh, beautiful. And the market cap is $314 billion. You know, if we start going over here to Amazon, you know, they're in the trillions. Let's go over here. Software infrastructure. No. Adobe is getting into banking. Nobody even thinks about Adobe as a bank, but Adobe is getting into banking, which is wild. ACI worldwide, you know, software infrastructure, Affirm, you know, there's all these different plays out here. Most are doing pretty good over the last few years, but some are not. So you might find some gems that eventually turn profitable over time, and maybe those are some good things that you might be looking to buy into. I'm trying to think of what's something I could do here. There we go. You can see ACI, this one's been coming down steadily from 2023. Adobe going higher and higher, banking and some other software stuff. Adobe's at all the fintech conferences and expos that I go to down in Vegas. They got some money to spend on stuff. Affirm, a little bit more choppy. You can see it was much higher way back over here in December, you know, November of 2022. But still relatively good. I would really wait for Affirm to come down personally, but that's just me. Accom right here, market cap of only 14 billion, something I'm looking for quite a bit. I've been dollar cost averaging this, and I'm still dollar cost averaging this to this day. But let me actually go over here. There's something special about this company. There you go. All right, let me go. Wyatt Kami. Our platform. There we go. Connected Cloud, the world's most distributed platform for cloud computing, security, and content delivery. They're all over the place. They're in China and the United States, which I kind of like because I want to see growth there. They're in Africa, which I think is going to be a really big hotbed going forward. And then they're in South. Yeah, they're everywhere. Maybe except for maybe parts of Russia, but they're in parts of Russia too. I like companies that can get access to everywhere, and they're not playing the geopolitical bullshit games where like, hey, we don't believe in the war in Ukraine, so we're not going to operate in this country. We don't like what China's been doing, so we're not going to operate in China. We don't like what's going on in India, we're not, or Africa or whatever. We're not going to operate there. They don't care. They're doing just fine. So these are companies that I think are going to be fine in the long term, but they're going to be shaky throughout this whatever this recession thing that happens. If it even happens, I think it will. But it's still stuff I'm dollar cost averaging. You got stuff like ALR. I haven't really been getting into this one too much. The market cap is a little too small for me. It's a 7.6 million one. This is something where I've seen people just drop a few $100 and it's in their retirement account and it's just kind of doing nothing. It's kind of going down over time, sideways. For people usually that's been here for a while, it's been going down. But it's a small market cap, so again, it has so much room to run if it just can get better. But again, if I go over here to the website, you got to look more into it. Go to the main page. I mean, does this scream, oh my gosh, this is some amazing company? No, the other one had a proper website, stuff like that. But again, I would really look into infrastructure. This one's only 99 million, market cap, 6 billion. This one's Altair Engineering. Look into it. It's fine. To me, I feel like you can buy this under $70 though. I'm going over here to APCX, AppTech Payments Corp software. It's $32 million market cap, very tiny. I hope this thing can move a little bit higher. This is something where I'd buy a lot of options on the upward side of this towards $5. And then if it moves up to $2.50, $3, you sell kind of around that range or start scaling out there. But I don't really hold this for the long term. It's more of something trading. Appen over here, 3.64 billion. I haven't been trading this, don't own it, don't like it really too much, but it could be something that goes up a decent amount. It's just not something I see growing as fast as some of the other companies out there. Right here, products. Oh, do I need to agree? There we go. Okay. Platform overview. Right. So the Appian platform for processing automation provides a unified and low-code design experience for enterprise-grade security, reliability, and scalability for mission-critical applications. Your simple tech bull stuff. But yeah, simple apps with cars. It's the framework, the way everything kind of goes as far as I understand. It's fine. It's okay. Not really something I want to be putting a whole bunch of money into. However, if it comes back down to maybe the low 40s or maybe the 30s, I would bite this a little bit because I've only been doing research on some of these over the past few months. The other ones over here, like the one I liked over here, what was it? I can't pronounce it properly. A cam right here. This is something I've been seeing for a while. So it really all depends on what you guys are looking for here. Most of this is stuff you're not gonna like. Like here's another one from Israel Robotics, 182 million, trash in my opinion. This one right here, Quick Quantum Inc., 168 million, trash. I don't like the UK right now for most investments. A10, a billion, you just, you really gotta like it. You really gotta like it if you want to invest in some of these things. Usually, it's the dollar cost averaging, and you gotta make sure the company's pretty solid. And that takes a freaking lot of work, doesn't it? ASML, the chip machine maker, said the same thing on a market downturn. Yeah, I just, we're in a weird spot right now. We're just in this very weird spot, which I don't know how to. I can barely comprehend what's happening in the economy. I've never seen everyday people in so much monetary stress and pain, but at the same time, the stock market roaring like this. It's not normal, and I'm just very confused by it personally. It's good. The technicals are saying buy, so people are buying. Don't get me wrong. It's nice. It makes it's nice to buy and hold some stuff and watch it go up. But at the same time, there's like this haze over everything where just like everybody's worried about something. Like, uh-oh, are we really going to go into a recession? People don't think so anymore. So if one hits us, oh my God, the market's just going to get annihilated. We have this huge AI bubble that came out of nowhere and everything's just popping and getting astronomical returns. And at what point do you just say, whoa, I've made enough money for me to sell? Remember, I sold off 95% of my NVIDIA the day it broke out after the earnings. And I will go back into all like my retirement accounts and everything, and I'll go buy it back even more down the road. But right now, I'm okay having that money in some bonds. You know, they pay a lot. Interest rates are high. It's simple. But like if you go over here to NVIDIA, okay, I sold 95% of mine right here, and it kept on going a lot. Am I mad that it kept on going? A little bit, but am I happy with the gains I got from buying all the way down here during the crisis? Oh yeah, I'm happy. The people that are buying and holding it up right here, they bought over here. They bought over here, not down here where I got all the good juicy stuff. So, you know, to each their own on how they trade this stuff. But me, I'm just like it's so, like, let's go to the monthly chart. That probably shows a little bit easier. Just look at how fast this thing came up. Let's not even go to the bottom. Let's go from the high point right here. Okay, from here to the highs, 183%. I'm okay with selling at that for a nice little profit. I made over 180. I made over 200% from mine with mine. I was, you see that 50-month moving average? That's kind of the area I was looking at when I started nibbling. You guys remember I told you I was buying the Microsoft crash, the Netflix crash, and stuff like that. Little nibbles, and as you get more confidence, you kind of nibble some more. But you know, it's crazy. You know, then when you look at the prices down here towards the 50, because I could have got all the way down here at $107. I was not that lucky. Go back up here to 4.8, 221% profit. It's nice. By the same time, I'm like, why should I keep on holding this? It's not like they're making that much more money. They're not. So to me, I'm just like, blech, blech. I got a little bit left, but I'm just holding it for the sake of holding it. You know, maybe I should buy some puts for this, that like 395 puts for like a month away or something. Let's see. And hey, Max, happy Friday, happy Friday. Hot rod pits. Oh, that'd be kind of fun as well. AT&T has been taking a beating, waiting for that the thing to hit $5 less. Last time AT&T was $5 was back in 1990. AT&T, it's just AT&T is like modern cable companies versus streaming. Whenever, like, I have AT&T, but I feel like I'm an old person on the inside sometimes. When I see people talking about AT&T, they get the family plan, and that's what everybody likes. It's simple. A lot of my friends have Mint Mobile because it's much cheaper. The cell phone bill for my family, my grandparents pay for, and I just, you know, pay them. And the entire phone bill is like $600 or something. It is astronomically just overpriced, really overpriced. And then, you know, you talk about some of those other plans where all you need is a phone and unlimited data. It's a very simple thing. You know, people make it very cheap. I don't need all the bells and whistles that AT&T provides me. If I can get a cheaper phone and stuff like that, I think most people are just going to go with the cheaper option. You know, Verizon, AT&T, they give you free phones when you sign up. So, oh yeah, you get a nice deal on your phone. You get buy one phone, get one free when you sign up for a yearly plan. You know, that's how they get you. And then, of course, you know, I don't have my phone on me, but my phone is paid off. And you know what they do all the time? They're like, hey, Michael, your phone is paid off. I bet it's really old. You want to upgrade to a new phone so you can start paying $30 a month for the newest iPhone? And I'm like, no, my phone is paid off. It's fine. I'm going to keep on using it till it dies. And then I'll buy a new phone and I'll be happy with it. For heaven's sakes, guys, when I was working corporate in Seattle, I had my iPhone, but my work phone was a simple flip phone because I only needed it for calls and a few different texts. That nobody even texted me really. It just calls. So a flip phone for calls. I would be on the city bus or the train, opening my flip phone up for call. People looked at me like I was crazy, but the stipend that they gave me for a phone was like $130 a month cell phone stipend. Okay, I was just pocketing the extra money. And I was like, every month they give me, that much money, and my bill would only, for that phone, would only be like 30-40 bucks, because I bought the phone in cash. I just pocket it and I'd spend it on other stuff. I would spend it on going on mini vacations around the Puget Sound. I'd spend it on camping and stuff like that. Having a nice little margarita or something. I don't drink margaritas, but going out drinking some booze and stuff like that. It goes a lot further than just going to AT&T. They just don't understand the market, or they understand it and they're not entirely sure how to transition. Because AT&T does this stupid stuff like, hey, do you want AT&T TV? I'm like, no, I have Netflix, I got Hulu, I got Amazon, I got HBO Max. They call it Max nowadays. What a stupid name. I got Disney, I got Crunchyroll for anime. I'm sure I got more, but this is so much. Like, why do I need something else? My TV, remember, my TV, it doesn't have cable, but it has like the internet cable, so I can watch like hundreds of channels on there. There are lots of YouTube channels that put their 4K Ultra HD content on these internet channels, so people can watch them for free. And then when they watch their TV, they go to their channel like, oh yeah, this channel is awesome. I can learn how to watch this. I can learn how to make this and make this product. I watch cooking channels on that all the time. You have no idea how cool it is to look at 4K Ultra HD fudge being made. Especially when all you've ever seen is like the Food Network or the Create channels. When you're looking at it being made on a 4K screen with 4K visuals, fudge could look sexy, guys. Fudge could look very, very sexy. Invest in cancer treatment, but not the cure. I'm pretty sure. See, I've always stayed away from biotech and those types of plays. Every now and again I try to go into it a little bit, but it's usually those small investments that you're hoping turn into something larger in the long term, because usually when you go into a biotech company, as somebody who's talked to people in the biotech field, funny enough, in Vegas, they actually like a lot of the biotech people I've met, they all love going to the Venetian or the Palazzo. It is a very nice hotel. I can't knock them for that. What I've learned is you just kind of put your money in there and you just let it sit, because when you start going down the biotech road, let's go to Finviz, screener, settings. We go to sector, healthcare, biotechnology. Okay, let's go to basic. Most of the time you see that. All right, it's that, comes down. We got one that came up, 3.47 mil, that's nice to see. Sideways, up, then down. Mostly just kind of sideways, down, sideways, down. Up a little bit, that's nice, But most of them are just going down, right? Down. It's up a little bit. It's up a little bit here, more sideways, I guess, if you're holding for a while like I tend to do. Down overall, but kind of sideways. It's kind of painful to put money into these. Usually I do the smaller market cap plays, but again, you go in here and you see split after split after split, because that keeps on getting closer and closer to a penny, or under $1, so they have to bring the price back up to $1, so they do a split, and then you just lose money. It keeps on going down and down and down. It's a very brutal game to go into these types of plays. So usually people only like to go to the larger market caps of over 2 billion, but even there, 2 billion here, down. This one's up, sideways, down. Whoa, must have had a failed thing. This one going up a little bit here, sideways. See, once you get out of the smaller fields, it's a little bit easier, but still down. So it's all about what you're looking for here, really. You got to go in there, and each one of these companies has their own they have their own mission, their own thing they're trying to cure, their own thing they're trying to do. So a lot of it, maybe weight loss pills, maybe they're trying to fix cancer, Alzheimer's, sickle cell, I don't know, they're all trying to fix something. So you kind of have to go in there and you have to do the research. These are the hardest companies to get into because you have to understand the research. Like this one right here, Beam Therapeutics USA. What is Beam doing? Breaking new ground to the advanced science with the potential to change lives. Base editing applications. Let's see. Genetic medicine. So let's go back over here to Beam. Okay. 2023, we got a overweight. We got a market perform. Yeah, losses. Okay. After a significant market correction, this is back in June, Beam Therapeutics looks interesting again. Maybe we can kind of learn what they're trying to do here, okay? Okay. This is technicals. I don't care about the technicals. Free art. There was no article. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. The fact that Yahoo has a free article limit is hilarious to me. The street. Okay, here's one from the street. It's the same thing. Oh, this is from the street. I get it. Okay. Can I go over here? Well, let me see. They're not making money. They have a low market cap. I forget. I'm not gonna go too deep into it. But yeah, it just a hassle to really get deep in there. But a lot of people do. A lot of people do, and a lot of people can make money if they just do the hard work for it. I find it very difficult personally for me to put the hard work in there. Maybe it's just ADHD or whatever, but reading that stuff is crazy. Maybe with AI, it'd actually be very easy to kind of read those and infer some stuff. But you know, it feels like ChatGPT has been kind of dumbing down itself lately. It's trying to be very politically correct, which is very irritating to me because I don't really care about being politically correct. I care about getting the answer I need in order to make money or to make my life a little bit easier. And it's been very soft as far as the answers it's been giving when I ask for certain specific questions about finance, politics, the way politics may affect certain so how certain policies, excuse me, may kind of politics, you know, will affect the way the market moves and how, you know, that type of stuff. It says, oh yeah, we sure, but it can't do, you know, it's a pain in the ass. I don't know why they're making it go so much worse. Magic, yeah, I would say AT&T is probably going to be falling next year as well. Taiwan Semiconductor Company says the current AI trend is hype and they don't have the capacity to produce the chips and expect a drop later this year or early 2024. Yeah, I mean, it's all hype. It really is all hype, but I mean, people are trading it, of course. But I think it's a bubble. I think that some people think it is, some people don't. It'll be okay down the road. But I mean, we're not being more and more friendly with China, and China does have a lot of the minerals that we have to use in our chip production. So if we piss China off by saying, oh yeah, we're not going to let you have any more chips, they're like, okay, well, we're not going to give you the minerals to buy any more chips. And then we're going to be like, wait, what? You know, they'll be like, huh? And then it'll just be a spiral to the bottom as we keep on doing tit for tat, tit for tat. But we can easily go for tit for tat, tit for tat. That's all politics is, tit for tat, you know, we do it all the time. Regeneron has cured several types of cancer with antibodies and currently think chemo is now unnecessary. That would be awesome. Of course it'd be Regeneron. They have so much money pumping into this stuff. Let's hope there's enough money to be made by curing cancer where they don't feel like they're losing out on money or try to do something really stupid by trying to say, well, you know, maybe cancer is okay to have because we make enough money off of it. That type of cruelty that you might see out there in the space. AT&T has almost 8% dividend. Oh no, that's why people hold it. AT&T is a part of a large part of tons of ETFs, but if it keeps falling, those ETFs are going to drop it like a rock because they're like, hey, it has a good dividend, we understand this, but it's not worth it to the overall health of the dividend. Yeah, you just got to be careful with it. U.S. government military has lots to spend. Oh, they have unlimited amounts to spend. I think it was a few weeks ago, the Pentagon said they lost like $2 billion and all of a sudden it was for Ukraine. It was a clerical error where we just lost $2 billion. We can find money wherever we want to, okay? The government has infinite amounts of money. They should start making chips out of Doritos. Dude, at some point somebody's gonna We don't have access to these minerals. You know who has access? China and Africa and the Middle East. The Middle East hates us. Africa has mixed feelings about us, so that's our path. And China right now does not really like us. But China is courting Africa. Africans feel like the Chinese respect them more because they understand it's just a business opportunity for them. But like, hey, business. America, we kind of look down on the African countries, and to be frank, the Chinese weren't really enslaving tons of Africans back in the day. They kind of still remember that. So geopolitics is a very, long-term thing here. But I think we still have enough of a relationship with enough African countries where they, where we can get what we need. The thing about all of this is I don't know how well Europe is going to do in the next couple decades, because it seems that Africa is going to start to get a much more developing economy, because they're going to be making a lot of this stuff using a lot of their raw materials, and normally a lot of those raw materials get sent up to Europe to get turned into something really expensive that can be sold. If Africa starts doing that and not sending the materials up to Europe, Europe is screwed. Europe doesn't really have a crazy industrialized system like America does. They have a lot of industry, but they're not like, out there polluting with the big old factories like 24/7, blah, 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 blah. They have a different type of capitalism over there, which is kind of more relaxing, to be frank. But, over here, we're work. Americans brag about working too much. Like, oh man, I work 12 hours today, I work 10 hours today. We brag about it, which is crazy, but we do it because we like to work here. We want to hit that American dream. We want to become rich and yada, yada, yada. Europe is a wild card in my opinion. I don't really want to invest in much in Europe this time, but this upcoming bull market, if we get into one, I want to invest in Africa and Southeast Asia. Those are my two big plays for international growth. And hey, Larry, I'm off to Whataburger. Dude, have a great rest of your night. And dude, I'm going to call it a night too here. It's almost 11:30 my time. I have to help my mother go to dialysis tomorrow. Then I also have to help her pack for the trip on Sunday. I will stream tomorrow. It'll be later at night because my mom has dialysis. I have a haircut appointment coming up. I'm taking Loki to the dog park. I'm helping my sister with some stuff. I'm helping my mom pack. And then I'll come back and do a stream with you. But guys, overall, as far as the crypto markets are concerned, nothing crazy is happening. In fact, I hate how little is happening right now. I watched a friend stream today, and he was talking about how all this cool stuff is happening. We're holding support. We're going steady. I don't want to try to make this seem really crazy, but we're doing very simple stuff. And hey, Kilo, yeah, it is pretty crazy. So I'll see you guys all later and have a great rest of your night. Bye, Kilo, Larry, Magic Man. Hope you guys all have a great rest of your night. And have a happy Friday. Drink a glass of scotch on me.